Hey everybody, it's me, Daniel Hutchins, and today we are doing an article again from our friend Screen Rant. Yes, we are doing an article again from our friend Screen Rant. So today, from Screen Rant, we are visiting Venom again. Yes, Venom again, since he is one of the biggest topics right now this month for comic universe. So without further ado, Venom 2's Carnage fight would have been much better with one symbiote change. Okay, so Venom 2 finally gave the fans a fight between Venom and Carnage, but with Shriek also in the mix. The Marvel movie misses the perfect use for She-Venom. Alright, 1 hour ago. Venom went to be Carnage, saw the titular symbiotes engage from a villain showdown, but one of the changes involving Shriek and She-Venom would have made the fight even better. Initially, the popular Spider-Man comic villain Eddie Brock and Venom encounter with Cletus Cassidy turned Carnage solidified them to anti-heroic lethal protectors. Following the events of 2018 Venom, these dynamics and aspirations were officially brought to the big screen. Now, unfortunately, the climatic but largely sidelined Naomi Harris' Shriek and made a repeated mistake when Venom 2 wasted Michelle Williams' She-Venom again. Okay, so after causing Cletus Cassidy, Woody Harrelson to be given the death penalty, Tom Hardy's Eddie Brock found himself the subject to a serial killer's wrath. But while this wasn't usually the use of much cause of concern, things were complicated by Cassidy gaining that the symbiote of his own after ingesting part of Venom. Furthermore, Eddie and Venom went through something of a breakup, leaving the former completely exposed when Cassidy, now as Carnage, escaped prison. Now reunited with his lost love, Shriek, the twisted villains set the stage of a red wedding by abducting Anne Rayan. Now, after she herself brought Eddie and Venom back together with Mrs. Chen, briefly joining every Marvel movie character who has the symbiote, the pairs ultimately defeated their enemies. Now, related to this article is how powerful Venom is after Let There Be Carnage ending. But we're not talking about that, we're talking about someone else. So prior to that eventual victory, however, Venom was shown to be fearfully apprehensive about their chance of survival. Now, this was due to Cassidy's new persona being infinitely more powerful and dangerous. As such, he received the bulk of Eddie and Venom's focus of the battle waged all around San Francisco Cathedral. Meanwhile, Shriek was mostly isolated from the central battle on her ongoing quest to kill Detective Patrick Mulligan. While that was understandable, given that the history that was established between them, there was a much better way things would have been played out. But by making this the moment that Anne reprised her She-Venom persona, fans could have gone an epic 2-on-2 superpower fight, with She-Venom tackling Shriek as Venom reckoned with the red symbiote Carnage. Okay, so rather than reducing Michelle Williams and Anne Rayan to yet another Marvel damsel in distress, she could have played a much more dynamic role in third acts. But of course now, instead Mulligan, the relative newcomer to the franchise's world of alien beings, could have been the damsel She-Venom had to rescue. But She-Venom could also have shouldered the responsibility of keeping Shriek's power from being unleashed, thus protecting Venom from being hindered as he dealt with Carnage. The move would have leaned even more onto the tropes of escalation and expanded upon the Venom setup. Now, equally, She-Venom getting the heroic moment she would have deserved would have been infinitely more crowd-pleasing than giving it to Dan, and offered audiences with even more symbiote action to enjoy in Venom Let There Be Carnage. Venom 2 even laid groundwork to how it could have happened, though Cletus Cassidy was conveyed that Venom would be separate a part of himself to form the whole new symbiote, and as Eddie and Venom prepared to face the dual threats, the latter could have willingly severed a piece to seek out Anne and form a new heroic new version to be their surprise ally. After all that was said and done, it could have been reabsorbed, Then again, it could have alternatively set up a spin-off that saw She-Venom protect San Francisco as Eddie and Venom went on the run and traversed the multiverse as per the Venom 2 credit scene. So as things stand right now, however, it all marked the missed opportunity for the parts of Venom Let There Be Carnage. Okay, so that's just a little bit of catching up with Let There Be Carnage. So now we are going to be doing a bonus. Alright, a bonus. If we can find a bonus. Now there are lots of things on here, guys. Screen Rant always updates every hour. So, okay, we're just trying to find something. Now we are talking about Spider-Man No Way Home. Yes, Spider-Man No Way Home. So Spider-Man No Way Home, mystery character is teased by Tom Holland. So Tom Holland teases a mystery character appearing from the new movie Spider-Man No Way Home. It is what he calls the coolest scene ever. Now this was from 4 hours ago. Now Tom Holland has teased the unknown mystery character appearing in his new film Spider-Man No Way Home. Detailing this scene, he has called one of the coolest ever. The British actor was cast as the new Peter Parker in 2015. Holland's debuted in Marvel Cinematic Universe in Captain America Civil War and has since gone off to be the popular web swinger in 5 appearances, including 2 of his own solo films, Homecoming and Far From Home, both directed by the legendary director John Watts. Now, the MCU version of Parker is younger and less experienced than the previous iterations, but that has had nothing to do with the fact of the benefit of the mentorship with the Avengers and Tony Stark. So, the upcoming 3rd MCU Spider-Man film, No Way Home, is set to see Peter come across throws and threads from across the multiverse. Following the reveals of his identity by Jake Gyllenhaal's Mysterio from the end of Far From Home, Peter seeks the help from Doctor Strange to help clear his name. But of course it has a universe-altering spell. Now this naive hero has accidentally winds up opening up the Marvel multiverse. Now while most of the resultant plot remains under wraps, it's been confirmed that Dr. Octopus from the original movies is going to battle him, and he is not coming alone. So every Spider-Man villain rumored for No Way Home. Well, we're not talking about that, we're talking about someone else. Plus, I already talked about some of that shit on my channel already. Check that out on your own time. So, in an interview with Empire, Holland discussed with uncharacteristic restraints that No Way Home and its hype, in particular, the youthful leading man highlighted the scene, which he claims is his coolest ever, involving an unnamed mystery character interacting with Peter while he could only tease fans at the identity of the person. Hollins explained that the scene features a table-side interaction between him, Marissa Tomei's Aunt May, Jon Favreau's Happy Hogan, and said unnamed characters. But the 4 are said to be discussing what it means to be the hero, leading about this speculation about who this source of wisdom is. You could read his statement below. It's one of the coolest scenes that we've ever shot. It's 4 people sitting at a table having a conversation about what it's like to be a superhero. It was amazing, though, that every day we watched the scene, my brother and I, our jaws were right on the floor. Okay, so recent footage from the highly anticipated blockbuster has revealed the return of Otto Octavius from the Sam Raimi Spider-Man, but only further added speculation about the possibility of a Spider-Man team involving all 3 cinematic iterations of Peter Parker. Viewers are convinced that Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield will return for help Holland in this huge crossover, with multiple villains from the 3 series set to return too. Alongside the Raimi-verse Doc Ock, there's the images of the original pumpkin bombs, once handled by William Dafoe, Green Goblin, One of the first cast announcements from that film was Jamie Foxx, who reprises his role as Electro from the Andrew Garfield movie Amazing Spider-Man 2. Alright, so Holland comments could be referring to one of the other Spider-Men, with Tobey Maguire, Peter Parker as the obvious candidate. Now, Maguire's personal emotional version of the character was known for scenes discussing his notion of heroism. This importance of great power and great responsibility. Alternatively speaking, the mystery character could be any number of individuals already established in MCU, an Avenger, or a cosmic hero. So in a week where Sony tweeted 3 spider emojis, seemingly referring to the multiverse speculations, Holland's reference to this mystery character can only add up to the building anticipation that Holland's notoriously loose-lipped approach to spoilers seems to have turned around, as he's recently kept very quiet about this film. But these tantalizing comments will fuel your excitement about No Way Home's premiere in December. So there you go, guys. That is just a little bit of a double article discussion I wanted to share to you guys regarding what will be Carnage and No Way Home. Let me know what your thoughts are. And again, as always, have a wonderful day. And I'm probably going to be shooting another video maybe later in the evening. So I'll see you in the next one. Bye.